So here's the question. If the leading Metaverse X AI company had NFT assets that were selling for $18 USD, would you be a buyer or believe that they weren't the leading company? Based on the responses, one thinks it's alpha, one thinks it's the latter, and one is saying that it's dependent on a few things. $18 for an asset from the leading AI integrated metaverse? Here's what else you can buy for $18. 9 large coffees from McDonald's, 7 ounces of Dr. Scholl's Odor X sweat absorbing foot powder, and 4 Axe body wash bottles. Today's video is discussing AIFA All Stars, a collection of 40,000 characters within the altered state machine ecosystem. NFTs have taken a big hit, so much so that people are trying to change the name to literally anything that doesn't start with an NF or T, and now we're calling it digital assets. And for these assets, which are the All-Stars, you're going to need a brain to put into them, which is another NFT. These digital assets will use an ASM brain to help you play in a game. But let's talk a little bit about what ASM or Altered State Machine is. ASM is an AI metaverse company headquartered in Auckland, New Zealand. It is now a part of Futureverse. The ASM vision is to create a world where the value of AI flows directly back to its contributors and where everyone can understand and trust AI. Under the Futureverse umbrella, ASM has partnered with the likes of FIFA, Authentic Brands Group, Muhammad Ali, and Warner Music Group. The group that I just mentioned feels like it's got direct implications where we know the Next Legends is sponsored by Muhammad Ali, or at least it's got naming rights for it, for FIFA and the AI League, which we'll talk about more in a second. That's another partnership that's beyond. But for ASM, when you look at the investors behind it, it's kind of crazy. You'll find the Churning Group, who've invested in Cameo, Barstool Sports, Crunchyroll, Dapper, Warner Music Group, Coinbase Ventures, Animoca Brands, and DACM, who've invested in Algorand, The Graft, Solana, Sprinterlands, and Ava Labs, the creators of Avalanche. And that's another swath of huge players in the scene. So why are key assets from this ecosystem going for $18? Well, what do AIFA All Stars do? Artificial Intelligence Football Association is what AIFA stands for. Development of AIFA sounded like it was delayed to focus on working with FIFA after a partnership was announced. And you're able to play this FIFA game right now. It's called FIFA AI League, a mobile game that's on iOS and Android and free to play. This is where things get a little bit confusing because the FIFA AI League and the AIFA League and the AIFA All Stars are a little bit different. Both are 4-against-4 football games, but I believe the brains powering the current FIFA AI League are going to be different than what we'll be using for the AIFA League. Plus, if you were to buy an AIFA All-Star right now, there isn't any connectivity straight to the FIFA AI League game itself, so they are, again, separated or different. The idea is for you to collect, train, and trade brains to create a championship squad. Now, for what's coming with AIFA All-Stars, it's been mentioned that there is supposed to be an ASTO claim of some sort in the future. And ASTO is the ASM ecosystem token, and if you're wanting to learn more about that, I do have some videos highlighting it if you check my page. And for this ASTO token, it's likely that you're going to be using it to upgrade your brain, train it, make it stronger, where it doesn't have a direct impact necessarily to your All-Star from training your brain, even though it'll make it better, but just... This is kind of confusing the more I think about it. But you'll have a cool looking player that's your player, and then you'll have a brain. And ASTO is used to train that brain. And so your All-Star will get benefit from training this brain, and that's why the ASTO claim is going to be great. The other perk for owning an AIFA All-Star is the fact that you get a future score. And from having a future score and doing different tasks or quests to help test the Root network, you'll be rewarded with Root tokens for participating. And if you're wanting more videos on how Future Score works, we got videos on that too if you check my page. AIFA All-Stars were originally acquired from purchasing an ASM AIFA Genesis box. You receive 4 All-Stars plus an ASM Gen 1 brain. AIFA is a play and earn game economy. To me, it's a little bit mind-boggling seeing all the things that we just went over are backing this collection, but it doesn't seem many people are paying attention to it or care. Is it because they only give a future score and are otherwise irrelevant until these games are live? Are gaming assets no longer desired? I've been trying to make a lot of Futureverse content lately because I think it's an ecosystem that's not explored too much, and I think it's going to be something that's big, but at the same time, we do have to ask some of these questions of how can something be so big and not have the impact of 9 McDonald's coffees. I hope you've learned a little bit more about what AIFA All Stars are. Tomorrow, we're hearing from Chief Innovation Officer David McDonald, who also is the co-founder, if not founder, of Altered State Machine itself. So we'll see if we end up getting any news regarding AIFA and when that's going to be coming out fully. But now that we've gone over everything, let me re-ask. If the leading Metaverse X AI company had NFT assets that were selling for $18, would you be a buyer or believe that they weren't the leading company?